Knock on wood, the psychology behind our quirkiest superstitions. Ever found yourself crossing your fingers for good luck, avoiding walking under a ladder, or maybe even throwing salt over your shoulder? We all have these little rituals, these beliefs in things that don't quite make logical sense. They pop up in everyday life, sometimes just for fun, sometimes when we're genuinely hoping for a good outcome or trying to avoid a bad one. We call them superstitions, and they've been around for thousands of years in every culture imaginable. But have you ever stopped to wonder why we have superstitions? What is it about the human mind that makes us believe that knocking on a piece of wood can somehow stop bad luck, or that a rabbit's foot can bring good fortune? It turns out there's a whole field of study dedicated to figuring this out, the psychology of superstitions. Superstitions might seem silly when you think about them logically. There's no scientific proof that Friday the 13th is inherently unlucky, or that finding a four-leaf clover guarantees happiness. Yet, millions of people around the world still follow these beliefs. Psychologists believe that our tendency towards superstition is deeply connected to how our brains are wired. We are natural pattern seekers, always looking for connections between events, even when none truly exist. We crave control in a world that often feels unpredictable. Superstitions can provide a sense of order, a feeling that we have some influence over chance, even if it's just by performing a small ritual. Think about it. When something bad happens after you didn't do your usual lucky routine, it's easy for your brain to make a connection, even if it's completely random. This is one part of the psychology behind knocking on wood or wearing a lucky shirt. It's about associating an action with a positive outcome or avoiding a negative one, even if the link is purely in our heads. These beliefs often stem from ancient traditions, cultural norms, or even personal experiences where we thought a superstition worked. So why are these quirky beliefs so powerful and persistent? Let's dive into the top 10 reasons from the world of psychology of superstitions that help explain why do we have superstitions and how they stick around. Understanding these can shed light on a fascinating part of human nature. 1. Our brains look for patterns even when there aren't any. One of the biggest drivers behind superstitions is our brain's incredible ability and desire to find patterns and connections. Imagine you wore a specific pair of socks to a test, and you ended up getting a great grade. The next time you have a test, you might think, "Hey, those socks brought me luck." You wear them again, and maybe you do well again, or maybe you don't. But that initial positive experience creates a strong link in your mind. Lucky socks equals good grade. This is a form of cognitive bias, specifically an illusory correlation, where we perceive a relationship between two things that don't actually have one. Our brains are constantly trying to make sense of the world by connecting events, and sometimes we mistakenly link an action, like wearing socks or knocking on wood, to an outcome, like good luck, just because they happen close together in time. This pattern seeking is usually helpful for learning and survival, but it can sometimes lead us down the path of believing in things that aren't really connected. It's a fundamental part of the psychology of superstitions, showing how our natural mental shortcuts can lead to these often illogical beliefs. 2. The need for control in an unpredictable world. Let's be honest, life can be unpredictable. We can't control everything that happens to us, whether we'll get that job, win that game, or if it will rain on our picnic. This lack of control can feel uncomfortable, even a little scary. Superstitions offer a way to feel like we have some influence over uncertain situations. Performing a ritual, carrying a lucky charm, or avoiding a supposedly unlucky action gives us a sense of agency, like we're doing something to tilt the odds in our favor or protect ourselves from bad luck. For example, if you're nervous about a presentation, crossing your fingers for good luck might make you feel a tiny bit more confident, even if it has no real effect on your performance. It's a psychological tool to manage anxiety. This deep-seated need for control is a key aspect of the psychology behind our quirks, pushing us towards beliefs and actions that make us feel more secure in an unpredictable world. 3. Avoiding bad stuff feels safer. Many superstitions are about avoiding bad luck rather than attracting good luck. Think about walking under a ladder. It's widely seen as unlucky. The psychology of superstitions suggests that our brains are highly sensitive to potential threats or negative outcomes. If there's a belief that doing something might lead to something bad happening, it often feels safer and easier just to avoid doing it altogether. Even if you don't fully believe it, the thought, "What if it's true?" can be enough to make you walk around the ladder. This is related to risk aversion. We tend to prioritize avoiding losses or negative consequences over achieving potential gains. The idea of the devil on your shoulder or the evil eye in various cultures taps into this fear of external negative forces. Throwing salt over your shoulder is said to ward off the devil, showing how these rituals are often linked to protection. This avoidance behavior is a powerful part of why do we have superstitions. It's a psychological defense mechanism against perceived threats, whether real or imagined. 4. It's what everyone else does, social influence. Superstitions are often passed down through families, friends, and communities. We see other people knocking on wood, avoiding opening umbrellas indoors, or saying "bless you" when someone sneezes, and we start doing it too. This is a classic example of social learning and conformity. We learn behaviors and beliefs from those around us, and adopting them helps us fit in and feel connected to our social group. If a whole team believes in a lucky pregame ritual, a new player is likely to join in, not just to potentially gain luck, but also to be part of the team's culture. This social aspect is a significant part of the origin of superstitions and how they persist across generations. We might not even know the origins, but because everyone does it, we adopt them as part of our own behavior. This drive to belong and follow social norms is a powerful psychological force that keeps many superstitions alive, even in the absence of any personal belief in their power. 5. The power of association and conditioning. Remember Pavlov's dogs, who learned to associate the sound of a bell with food and started to salivate? Our brains are constantly making associations. If a specific action or object was present during a positive experience, our brain can link the two. This is called conditioning. If you wore a particular necklace during a successful job interview, you might start to associate that necklace with success. It becomes your lucky charm. Similarly, if something bad happened after you broke a mirror, your brain might create a strong association, leading to the breaking a mirror superstition. This isn't about logic. It's about the emotional and psychological link forged through experience. Over time, these associations become stronger, reinforcing the superstitious belief. The action or object itself doesn't have any inherent power, but the psychological association we built gives it meaning for us. This conditioned response is a core element in the development of personal superstitions and the reinforcement of widely held ones. 6. The anxiety reducer. Life is full of moments that make us feel anxious, waiting for important news, taking a big test, or facing a challenge. Superstitions can act as a coping mechanism for this anxiety. Performing a ritual, like crossing your fingers for good luck before a stressful event, can provide a small sense of comfort and reassurance. It's a way of feeling like you're doing something proactive to influence the outcome, even if it's just symbolic. This can help reduce feelings of helplessness and worry. The ritual becomes a way to channel nervous energy and focus on something other than the potential negative outcome. This is a significant part of the psychology behind our quirks. They serve an emotional purpose, helping us manage stress and feel more secure in uncertain situations. The feeling of having taken a step, however small or irrational, can make a difference in how we feel about facing a challenge. 7. Selective memory, remembering when it worked. Our memory isn't a perfect recording device. It's influenced by our beliefs and expectations. When it comes to superstitions, we are more likely to remember the times when the superstition seemed to work and forget the times when it didn't. If you wore your lucky socks and aced the test, you'll likely remember that vividly and credit the socks. But if you wore the socks and did poorly, you might brush it off as a fluke or find another reason for the bad grade. This is called confirmation bias. We tend to seek out and remember information that confirms our existing beliefs. This selective memory reinforces the superstitious belief because we are constantly, albeit unconsciously, collecting evidence that supports it. This plays a big role in the persistence of beliefs like the breaking a mirror superstition or the power of lucky charms. We remember the one time something bad might have happened after breaking a mirror and forget all the times nothing did. This cognitive bias keeps the superstition alive in our minds. 8. Explaining the unexplainable. Sometimes bad things happen for no clear reason. A sudden accident, an unexpected loss, or a streak of bad luck can feel random and unfair. Superstitions can offer a simple explanation for these complex or unpredictable events. Instead of facing the discomfort of acknowledging that bad things can just happen randomly, attributing them to breaking a superstition, for example, or being the victim of bad luck, like from walking under a ladder, can feel more manageable. It provides a cause, even if it's an irrational one. This is part of the origin of superstitions. They often arise in attempts to understand and cope with aspects of life that are beyond our control or comprehension. By providing a narrative, even a superstitious one, we impose order on chaos and make the world feel a little less random and frightening. 9. Passed down through culture and tradition. Many of the superstitions we know are deeply embedded in our culture and have been passed down through generations. The origin of superstitions is often lost in history, but the practices remain. Think about sayings like beginner's luck or rituals associated with weddings or holidays. These are part of our shared heritage. Following these traditions connects us to our ancestors and our community. They are part of the fabric of our social lives. Even if we don't fully believe in the literal power of the superstition, we might perform the ritual because it's expected or because it's part of a meaningful event. This cultural transmission ensures that superstitions persist over time, even as society changes. Learning these common superstitions from our parents or grandparents makes them feel familiar and normal, reinforcing their place in our lives. 10. The feel-good factor. Finally, sometimes superstitions just make us feel good. Wearing a lucky item can give us a little boost of confidence. Performing a ritual before a big event can make us feel more prepared or hopeful. There's a psychological comfort in having these routines, especially in uncertain times. It's like having a little personal safety net. While the effect might not be real in a physical sense, the positive psychological impact can be significant. If crossing your fingers for good luck makes you feel more optimistic, that optimism itself might have a positive effect on your mindset and performance. The belief in luck, whether tied to a specific superstition or not, can influence our attitude and persistence. This feel-good factor, the sense of comfort or hope derived from the belief or ritual, is a powerful, albeit often subconscious, reason why do we have superstitions and continue to practice them. It's a simple pleasure, a small act of hope in a complex world. Superstitions, at their core, are fascinating windows into the human mind. They show how we cope with uncertainty, seek control, find patterns, and connect with our culture. While they might not hold up to scientific scrutiny, their psychological roots run deep, explaining why we still find ourselves knocking on wood or throwing salt over our shoulders when we need a little extra luck or reassurance.